Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Christopher Leon Johnson here. So we're at City Hall Park. Like I said, it came from the 2501 86th Street shelter. They had a rally. I didn't cover it. It's a lot of BS that's going on, but I'm here to support these guys. They tagged me into the content to their rally, so I will come out and show my support. So I explained to you guys earlier on in the other video, I think it's almost 12 o'clock to be exact, that Ying-T, the people here, Ken Lee, who's the main organizer, and outside on the other cut is Ying Tan. They have a big beef with Susan's people because it's just a lot of internal politics that's going on. As much as everybody should be united, there's people, and there's usually community leaders that's sided with Susan are the main ones that are dividing the people. So Susan's people, they go to John Chen, made sure that Ying Tan and Ken Lee doesn't rally at the 2501 86th Street shelter, act like it's their shelter, which is ironic because they have no permits to do anything at all. No permits to, but it's freedom of speech, it's freedom of expression, it's the First Amendment. But you know, people have no right to tell people because they side with one politician or they cordial with a politician they don't respect, or a nonprofit they don't respect, or a nonprofit they're beefing with, an NGO they're beefing with, that they shouldn't be standing there and protesting against the same thing that they're protesting against. But there's a lot of dirty shenanigans that's going on here. So he's supporting. Shout out to him for supporting. I thought he was media, but like I said, so yeah, the permit was supposed to be at Broadway and Murray, but they do this out of the park. But we don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, community affairs guy here. He's a cool guy. Community affairs guys. He's one of the guys. Sure, he's community affairs. He's a cool guy. Like, he's one of the most coolest community affairs cats ever. He's a cop, plainclothes. He's at every rally, making sure that everybody's safe. You know what I mean? Everybody's safe. As much as the majority of shit is progressive bullshit, but people here are safe. So we back to blue. So make that clear. So it's a lot of internal politics that's going on with this 2501 86th Street shelter, and it's not usually the people that people expected to be against and for the shelter. Is really people like Ken who's trying to fight against shelter versus Susan people that try to fight against the shelter. It's a lot of dirty politics, and I believe they're upset because they're saying things that should be said, and they're telling people the right things, and the people aren't saying shit, and they're trying to stay cordial with the mayor. So yeah, gays for Trump.
Gays for Trump is
so what
here.
you gotta say about this event, man?
I say move the migrants next to Gracie Mansion. Put them in the park next to this milk dud, as we call him, Mr. Adams. You live with them. We don't want them. We don't want criminals and people pushing fentanyl in our city. You take them. Take them in.
Thank you. So gays for Trump. So yeah, this is gonna be a 3-hour event. So I'm gonna put my camera on. Ying Tan's here. So Ying Tan, who ran for city council in the 43rd district against Susan Long, is here. Like I said in the other video, in the 18-minute video at the shelter before the rally, I didn't want to cover it because I knew Colton, Bill Colton, and Bill Colton and Swan was trying to do was, they knew this was happening today. This was happening here at the park. This happened here at the park, and what he tried to do was do a 11 o'clock press conference. He knew that Ken does everything on time, and he starts on time. And I think it's, let me see what time is it now, to be exact. It's 12:03, but a lot of people, it's gonna be more people coming. And what's happening here is they're, like I said, they trying to outperform and I can tell like they're gonna have every, like, Bill Colton and Susan Wong is gonna have all their people all the businesses come out and talk shit about the shelter situation in front of the shelter for 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours, while they know that all the media is going to come out for Bill Colton because he's an elected official, versus Ken Lee, who's just a community advocate who cared about his district. And the thing about, like I said before in the other video, said, look, what I said in the other video was that Ken Lee and Ken Lee and Ying Tan was been out at that shelter way before Susan Zwang made a big stink about the shelter and Bill Colton. Just like Nicole Malliotakis, just like Nicole Malliotakis and Iwan Chu and Steve Chan and all those cats, they wasn't out there. Ken Lee was out there first. Ken Lee was out there first. He was out there every week. Out there every week before they even decided to get the permit to demolish it. People got to understand that just because like they was like all hell, like everybody know what happened on the 17th of last month, the 17th of July with the so-called like Bedlam at 86th Street, with the whole like people fighting the cops. Allegedly Susan bit the cop, but that was just like because the demolition was what happened that day. But the B 100% was Susan came after the fact. Just like any elected official, they always come after the fact when a community advocate come out there, and all elected officials try to do is try to stop the situation. Like, and it is what it is. But they get mad that Ying Tan and Ken Lee is doing it, which is I think is stupid, because both like Ken Lee and Ying Tan is fighting against the same shelter that you've got to fight against. So of course it's 12:03 right now. I don't want to miss anything, but that's why I'm out here so supporting Ying Tan and Ken Lee, because they were been out here and they tagged me into the content. So I mean, might as well come out some more support. So like I said, there's a lot of internal dirty politics that's going on, guys. A lot of dirty internal politics that's going on, and that's why everybody's upset. You know what I'm saying? That's why they all mad, because people feel that, well, if whoever wins, they won't take all the credit. They want to take all the credit. Instead of saying it's not about taking all the credit, it's about, yo, if you guys fought for the same shelter against the same shelter, when everybody knows is going to destroy that district with the migrants, it's a migrant shelter, not a home, it's a migrant shelter, then, yo, you might as well come out, y'all might as well come out and just say like, yo, we all fought against it, and we all go take the credit. But don't be like, well, when it's all over and when y'all win, don't act like, oh, like Ken Lee don't deserve the credit. All the credit goes to Susan's people, with Susan and what's his name? Susan and Bill Colton. But don't make. But that happens in a lot of situations like that. Everybody's trying to get shunned. Everybody take credit. Says like, yo, y'all all fought for it. Take the credit. But we don't know what's happening here. Like, they have it out against Ken. I think it's kind of stupid. Ken's a nice guy. Ken's a good guy who actually cares about what's going on in his district. You know what I mean? Unlike a lot of people who don't give a fuck and only sees a photo op, like Nicole Malliotakis and Ina Vernikov. Ina Vernikov is another one who only care about a photo op. Like I said before in other videos, guys, Ina only cares about getting a photo op and trying to become Republican minority leader in the city council after Joe Borelli leaves, and Ina works for Justin Brannon, and Brannon's the finance chair, so we all know what that's about. She's trying to become minority leader in the city council, and she'll do anything to become minority leader in the city council over Joanne Ariola, who actually give a fuck about a district. Joanne actually cares about her city. She cares about Queens. She cares about New York. She cares about the city. She cares about the state. She should be. I'll make sure she become minority leader over Ina Vernikov. Let's make that clear. So, about to start soon. Like I said, the reason where is it? Because all the people down 2501 86th Street, 2501 86th Street.
Homeless Americans on the streets of New York, living in cardboard boxes like dogs. Yeah. A leg up. They won't count homeless. It's legitimate homeless on the street. criminal. It's really
that's
criminal.
criminal.
It's criminal.
Yeah.
He's a bastard.
Because,
He's a bastard.
Kamala, she say illegal migrant is not a crime. What
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
It is.
Of course it's a crime. We
Yeah.
have laws in this country. We have law and order.
Yeah.
But she doesn't believe in law and order or supporting
Yeah.
the police. So,
Yeah.
you know, that take it from where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So
From the source.
let me ask you a question. Today, down earlier this morning, like an hour ago, they started a rally with 25 on 86th Street, led by Bill Colton and Susan Zwang, about with business leaders. How you feel about that? What do you think that was a coincidence that suddenly they decided to do a press conference at the same shelter? They put a stage up. Is it kind of a coincidence that they did all that when you had your rally?
Okay, just want to say the Peppers is like they wanna people stay there, do not come to this rally. That's on the purpose. But they keep saying they don't know about August 21st. It's the rally on City Hall against homeless shelter on 86th Street. That's
So they're trying to distract people.
Yeah,
They're distracting
Yeah,
them
that's
with
not
another
good.
rally to keep them
Yeah,
from
you can't
prevent
do
them
that
from
thing.
coming here. To stand
So
their ground
they have-
against Eric Adams.
They had all the business. Do you think that was like a stalling tactic because they started 11 o'clock? I don't think Bill Colton came probably right now.
Actually, I really invite them. I invite Susan Drum. I invite Colton Williams. I invite Leslie Chen, whatever. But I'm waiting for them to come. If anyone to come, that would be great, helpful for against homeless shelter on 86th Street. But if they not showing up, which means they want to stop the people staying in 86. They don't want us. They don't really against homeless shelter. Because today is great to against homeless shelter. Because this is City Hall. Why you don't come here to talk to the social media in front of Mary Adams' office? You can talk. You're against homeless shelter. Come here. Welcome. I don't mind what party, like Democrat or Republican or conservative or independent. I don't care. We need to stay together to fight.
Right, absolutely.
We have
to
to
stand
fight
together.
American and first, and we have fight for.
Right.
We have a fight for New York City first.
Right.
We have a fight for New Yorker first.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Otherwise, why we let you sit in the office?
Right.
You guys, we vote for you. You have a service for us. You can't be.
And he won't even speak to you.
Yeah.
He won't even talk to you. Yeah.
If they
And he's
wanna
a public servant.
If they want to build a homeless shelter, the first thing they need to notify to all the neighbors first.
Yes.
They say, hey,
It's making your neighborhood
Yeah.
unsafe.
Yeah, we have to build a homeless shelter on which location.
Right.
And you have to let it out all the neighborhood first.
Right.
If they say yes, okay.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
This is America.
Put
You
it,
gotta listen
put it to a
them.
vote. Put it
Yeah,
to a
put a
vote.
vote. Yeah.
Put it on a, yeah.
Easy,
Put a
simple.
proposal out.
Mhm.
They can put a proposal out to allow kids to decide for themselves, minors to decide for themselves about transgender care.
Yeah.
But they can't put a proposal on the ballot for this.
Yeah.
How about proposal 1, the ERA thing? Oh my God, is that frightening? That kids will have the final say if they can transition or not the parents.
pick up.
Parents
Yeah, no
are-
problem. Yeah.
You're right. Hello?
I figure they want to at least see what they want to see.
Oh，你过来这边风水时间应该是OK，你过来啊。
Here's an ally coming. Here he is.
So we want to know why, we get a chance. What time? Why you guys out here for today? Why you here to support or?
Sorry?
What you out here for today? Why y'all guys out
We
here?
are here to go against the homeless shelter, and we are defending the city to end Central City.
So how you feel about like elected officials allegedly trying to divide like you guys
They're just
with?
trying to ignore us. They ignore all the voices that we are trying to do.
And today they had a rally. It's kind of ironic that they had a rally at 11 o'clock at 86th Street to try to drown you guys out. How you feel about that? So it is. So that's how you feel about it?
I can make further comment on that, you know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's up?
Oh, 我别的没来个，应该做一个分的，我看嘛。
So yeah, it's a lot. Like I said, they purposely try to drown out the crowd, and it's a dirty tactic. Like I said, like it's a real foul tactic that they did to screw these people over. It's just wrong, really wrong. That's my feeling.
对，Hello。
有建议过你了，2次、3次了。你好，那个是属你的了。
对对对。
今天还没开始。
今天还没开始。
They made sure, like, put every business. They made sure put every business on the flyer, so they get all the business owners out there speaking to shelter, so they can drown out the media, make them stay because they think that Susan's gonna come. It's a real dirty tactic, real dirty media tactic they be doing. Not the media, but just the elected official be doing. They know they do. Wait till she come to the end and close it there. But while they drown these people out who started the first, which is really wrong because they're against the same shelter that Susan's people against. It's just like I said, that's when you have corrupt community leaders, dirty community leaders that only care about staying in power. Community leaders, not advocates. Community leaders, community, not public elected officials. Community leaders that really run the show in districts like that, because they have all the votes and have all the money and they have all the media control, and they threaten elected officials. They threaten the media people and elected officials like, we'll give you a hard time if you don't support. So it's a lot of dirty shenanigans that's happening. So people gotta understand. Sometimes it's like, oh, the media's not out here, but hey, I mean, so like I said, today they supposed to have a rally here at 86th Street. At 86th Street. I mean, not here. Supposed to have big City Hall. He's the one that set it up first. But Colton found out, and Susan found out. So what he did was decided to have a full-blown, like a last-minute press conference, promote a book about the Brooklyn Eagle, which is controlled by the Brooklyn Eagle is controlled by the Brooklyn Democratic machine. Let's make that clear. The Brooklyn Eagle paper is controlled by the Brooklyn Democratic machine, the Brooklyn Democratic Party, ran by Rodney Bashar Herman and her people, and they make sure that they promote the rally to throw everybody off, and then at the same time that nobody comes after this. And they gonna have probably the press conference will probably be for 2-3 hours, and they know like, oh, if people want to come up here, it takes an hour. It takes from the train, it takes an hour. It takes like an hour to get here by train, or till you drive, it takes like 45. It takes 35 minutes. So it's not even work. It's just like they know what they were doing. They knew they were doing. Like I basically come out to see what was going on, and then I made sure like I come out and support them because they was out here first. I mean, Susan, Ken and Ying Tan, they were out here first. They was out doing the stuff right before the elected officials started coming in.
But we're not allowed to put up a wall.
So shout out to
Oh my God, screw.
Black Lives Matter Chinatown. What's up, man? BLM Chinatown. King OK New, what's up, man? What up, man? What up? Say to you, King OK New, he's gonna go live, so it's gonna get lit. It's gonna be a lot of views. He's gonna go live. So, like I said, people, we have the right to fight in the shelter, but it should be no division. It should be no division here. But the problem is, like I said, you have community leaders that are Team Susan Long, community leaders that they be putting they be threatening people, threatening members of the media. It'd be a lot of things be happening behind the scenes. So people have the right to fight against this stuff, but don't be dividing the same people. That's division. It's like interfighting. But they know what they're doing, because it's all about control. It's all about making sure that certain elected officials get the credit, and they're able to stand next to these same elected officials in photo ops and Antonio Reynoso. And the funny thing about it is that one of the people that's on Team Susan, that's doing this stuff with Team Susan, they're part of the community board. He's in the photo with Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso being sworn in the community board. So you got to stand what's going on here. That's why they're so upset, because they getting scared of outshining people. It's a lot of, like I said, guys, a lot of dirty shenanigans that's going on. Like I said, just because Yang Tan, the blue suit, has a good relationship with Justin Brand, and doesn't mean that she's the enemy. I never get to people where just because you have a good relationship with somebody, then you're enemy of the other person. Just like, it's crazy. Energy is energy. Relationships are relationships. But you can't get mad because one person have a good relationship you beefing with. I never got that shit. I think it's stupid. Waste of energy, you know what I'm saying? But So can we ask a question? Like, why are people gonna criticize? Like, why are you doing it in front of City Hall instead of 2501 86th Street? Why is that? Why are you doing it here instead of the shelter?
Here is Mary Adams' office. We need to, open the space to talk about the homeless shelter. We can negotiate, like, say we want a affordable house built on 86th Street. That would be better. Because you are Mary Adams, so you can judge, like, yes or no. Affordable house or homeless. But the rest of the shit, that's the only way we want to do it right here.
So there's a lot of criticism online doing the Facebook pages that you and Ying are not out at the shelter protesting in front of the shelter. Why? Can you explain what's going on?
I personally did a few times already. And there's proposals one on the ballot. No solution to allowing children to decide for themselves. Play by play. That's a solution. We need to negotiate about homeless shelter, affordable housing.
Yeah.
Two options. Really simple.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to send the people out, and we need to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk. Everybody against homeless shelter being 86 Street. So why he hiding in the office or whatever? We need to talk,
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way we got a solution. We don't want a homeless shelter for sure, 100%. Hello, what's up?
How are you? Good. Yes. And there's the thank you.
I saw the writing. Somebody stole shape like.
No shelters at all.
More affordable housing.
At all.
Sure is.
Affordable housing. Affordable housing. New York City affordable housing.
I agree. Yeah. Wish I got like petitions or something. They won't put it there.
Walk-in tours of the building, you mean?
No, not no tours. I don't care about no tours. I'm looking for a shot. So, you sitting there, I was dead ass. I was over there a couple blocks on 123 Williams Street. And I was like, where's the damn mayor's office? So I can sit there and talk to them.
Oh, yeah, you go there. That's the entrance. Go sideward, and then
When I haven't been on vacation in 4 years. You're gonna give me 60 days of free vacation if I'm in Manhattan Hotel?
What you guys say about this situation, by the way?
It's horrible. It's horrible. And I don't understand why the old Chinese people are divided so much. Because they listen to so much gossips. You said, they organized this since July. They even went to the police station to get a police permit. They got a police permit like in early August. And I was in the second week of August. August 14, they sent out notices through different WeChat groups and social media to notify people about this protest on August 21st at City Hall from 12 to 3 p.m. Like a few days later, the Democrat Colton, Susan, sent a notice for all WeChat groups that they arranged a protest on the same day, about the same time, at 86th Street, and P.S. at the end of the notice that says another group who does not represent us is making a protest like a show. Wait, what do you mean us? Them, we? What's that all about? And they said they don't represent our 86th Street. What's our 86th Street? It's not personal property. It's a public property. Anyone can go there. Anyone can protest it whatever they want, whenever they want. So it's kind of, I found it sad.
Yeah, so you had the paper of the what WeChat? You have on WeChat or no?
I WeChat.
You had the
What?
I want to see the thing where it says the WeChat. I want to see the plug. I don't know. I'm not the WeChat results. So like,
Let me see. Oh, I left my phone.
nah, it's all right. So, how you feel about these guys getting intimidated out, like Ken and Yang getting intimidated out of the area?
Ridiculous. Ken Lee, did he tell you he went to protest for them at 86th Street?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the song supporters was soon drunk, came over, harassed him, and broke his property. Did you see the video?
No, I saw somebody show some photos, but I mean,
It's weird.
I know it's really.
This,
A baby doesn't have the right to life. If it's inside the mother's womb, a baby does not have the right to life.
So.
That's the only statement that
So Ying Tan is here, Cherry City Council.
every single constitutional right.
what happened? Didn't get sent. Let me see.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Do I have your email?
Yeah, CHRIS.
I tried to email you something the other day, but I forgot your email.
Yeah. You send my email C.
Let me see.
C.
Small c?
Yep. HRIS T.
Christopher?
Yep. Leon L.
S.
J. No, Leon John. No, we go back. Leon. Go take the S out. JOHN.
Leon John.
S-O Leon Johnson. SON. At gmail.com. At gmail.com.
Let me
So
see if I can send it to you. Let's see. Let me see.
make sure the M. Yeah.
Let me see. Text. Let's see.
So by the way, how you feel about Ying getting threatened? They said that she's getting threatened by the people for doing this.
That's the ugliness of politics. It's like I have lost for since September last year until now.
Mm-hmm.
Until now. And I stay out of a lot of groups because I saw those people. The same group, the same crowd. The same crowd. Over nothing. Some of them used to be my friends. And they're all turning against me.
Just for supporting
They
Ken.
got personal, they got too personal. I got nothing personal with them.
Just for supporting Ken and Ying.
Yes. Yes. I said business is business. Why you get so personal?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's fighting against the same shelter. I don't know why there's a lot of division here for. Everybody's fighting against the same shelter. I don't know why there's a lot of division. It's kind of ironic. Really, really disgusting.
Because
Is it?
everyone or all Chinese? Because that spot 2501 86th Street is in the heart of Chinatown.
Yes.
That's a Chinatown too, another Chinatown residence. We have many different Chinatowns. I think we have 9 Chinatowns in New York City alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was right in the heart of Chinese heritage.
Yes.
And the worst thing is, the shelters built right outside the entrance of the subway station, which is horrible because everyone needs to go to the subway to work, to school, to see doctors, to the hospital. You know how dangerous it is when you're mentally ill, substance abuse, homeless men in the subway. You don't want to get pushed, you don't want to get bitten, you don't want to get killed. And I was harassed by some homeless men inside the subway. I was scared too. But luckily, he didn't text me, but he did kind of follow me.
Yeah.
So that is the worst spot. 2501 86th Street is really the worst spot to be a homeless shelter. Right outside the entrance of the subway station.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst spot.
So you have a subway station, you have Walgreens, of course, you got a Walgreens right around
Yes.
there. You have 99 Cent store behind it.
Supermarket,
Not Chinese supermarket on the street. Then you have a gas station. Then you have a school. Then you have a park.
A lot of schools.
Schools and
a lot
park.
of schools, daycares, senior centers, and many small mom and pop businesses. That's the worst spot.
Mhm.
I want you supposed to build a homeless shelter away from the station, the subway station. Where do the homeless men go during the day?
Mm-hmm.
Because they cannot stay all day inside a homeless shelter. They must leave early in the morning, like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They have to leave the homeless shelter. They have to wait until like 5 or 6 p.m. to wait online outside homeless shelter to get in. So what are they going to do for the whole day? So they keep moving around. So where do they go?
Yeah.
They take a seat or spot inside the subway.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains or snows, you know what? Each time it rains, snows, gets really windy, I'm sure the homeless need a place as a temporary shelter. And that is the subway station.
Yeah.
So how can the residents go into the subway? They got breakfast. They don't even have space to stand. I'm gonna tell somebody people.
Okay. Thank you. So you heard it first from people. Like I say, they are people still follow in. Let me put this back. People still follow in and stuff like that. So like I said, today, like I said, it was probably a big turnout, but suddenly Bill Colton and Susan Wong decided to pull an impromptu press conference out of the blue at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, 11 o'clock in the morning, with business leaders. And we saw the posters in the other video. I took some photos up there before I left. I said I came out here to support Ken Lee and Ying because they was out here first, and they tagged me into the content. So.
20几天都在地铁上面，所有人都看到，就这件事情会让我很火。后面呢？后面不知道为什么他们又死了，就投降，后面就出掉，然后呢，这个还把我的那个奖牌给那个破坏掉。我的奖牌
这里不能了，这里已经
向日葵。他出生状的，出生状 office 那个。
嗱，成日咩唔開心㗎？唔開心嘅，即係因為細個咧。哎呀，我嗰啲做咩擺嘅香木頭？
滑啦！
Yeah, all the waters here, a lot of.
对，小一点。那个奖牌的话，260块。我问他那个是想，你就是我在那个。
So yeah, people coming now. More people coming. They had some water, like they always do. But like I say, it's really wrong how Bill Colton and Susan Wong did these people. Like I said, a lot of these it's community leaders. It's community leaders that are real powerful in that district that don't like Ken, that doesn't like Ken Lee, and that hates Ying Tan. Like I said, they hate Ying, and they hate Ken Lee. So they did a little dirty little shenanigan like a lot of communities do, and do impromptu press conferences at the last minute, where they know that majority of people they don't drive, and media, even if they take like 35 minutes or they'll take like a full-blown hour or two to do a press conference, it takes 25. Let's say if you get on the tunnel, you go through the tunnel, you could get there in like 25 minutes, like 25 minutes max, right? 25 minutes from 86th Street to here, 25 minutes under the tunnel, you still gonna come here late. And you media, you understand, you can miss out a lot of things in 25 minutes. I tell you this right now.
我的天哪！ I don't understand， 但是呢，我应该这个我不知道他们的。OK， 这个 Holy Shelter， 这个要建 Holy Shelter 都是几年前政府官员应该都知道的事情，不可能说哦，我现在要建 Holy Shelter， 这个都是都是很早都要看。如果说他要建，很早都要通知各地区的官员，不可能说我现在就怎么样。就像那个 Jesse Brown。
So yeah, they have food. They have food here.
门牙阶段都要检查，要把它一直在这个
萌芽阶段现在已经过去了，所以就是现在他们在那边要把。You guys want some fireworks? I got some fireworks. Y'all have my old
Get rid of the filthy migrants.
因为呢，那个时候2月份，那个阶段，他们就是说那边一直签
How can I be gay? How can I be gay?
protest，
Because I
所以
love him.
86
He
届
supports gay
的
rights. He definitely supports gay rights. Do you think Biden supported gay rights? He was always opposed to gay marriage. You need to do your homework.
I've done my homework.
No, you haven't done your homework. You haven't, because Biden was always opposed to gay marriage. Obama was opposed to gay marriage. Hillary Clinton was opposed to gay marriage. And then they changed their minds suddenly. But a leopard doesn't change his spots. A leopard doesn't change his spots.
Think of your guy.
Yeah. Goodbye. You're misinformed. You're misinformed.
That's bad racist.
Go get an education. Go get an education. Come back. Stop watching CNN.
Pedophilia. I went.
Yeah.
I love that she changed the I love that she...
So they have water, they have food.
They caught him in here.
Crazy.
他们以外的，除非其他的官员过去要听他们讲话，才能 enjoy 他们的知道我意思吗？这个是我画的，我也画。
买大楼也是。还有那个。
Not a lot of people here, but like I said, it's not a lot of people here. Like I said, they did this on purpose. I'm not talking about Ken, but Susan people and Bill Culte people, and it's these community leaders that are real crooked. They have all the votes. They have all the media control, like the community media, ethnic media. And what they did was, because they have it out against Jean Tan, the lady, the one in the blue suit, the baby blue suit, and Ken Lee, the one at the podium, talking to the ethnic media, community media. They decided to honey fuck them by having an impromptu press conference with all the business leaders. And I knew, like, I was there this morning, like before 11 o'clock, and I left. And what happened was, I was like, yeah, I knew they were trying to get all these community leaders, all these public business leaders, get everybody out there to hold back the press, make sure they don't come up here to cover this rally, because they promoted such a lie. So, but they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing, guys, what they was doing. A lot of dirty shenanigans that was happening. So entering now the park is Grace, Helen Q. Hey, Helen. Helen Q. What's up? She's running for state assembly against Grace Lee.
So right now, it's a little bit uncertain because Grace Lee sued me and the Board of Elections and claimed that I'm 7 signatures below the requirement. However, I have 440. They do not allow me to contest.
So, by the way, I know about to start in a few seconds. So how you feel about Grace Lee and Chris Marte being silent about the shelter down by the Battery Park City?
Speak. So I will lay out that it's wrong for them to not speak out about this. And then also, on top of the shelters, both Grace Lee and Christopher Marte wants to legalize prostitution, which will make our city even worse. So you not only have homeless shelters, migrant centers, but also have prostitution parlors. That's not the city we want, and we want them resign. And I call for them to resign and leave the office because they do not represent us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So they're about to start in a few seconds, by the way. Just, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey, welcome.
You are the best.
Yeah, welcome. No problem.
Which one? It's a Queenie, man.
You know
That's that guy.
Ken Lee's right there in the blue suit, in the blue dress shirt. King Jesus is here. He's gonna go live, so.
Gotcha.
take a little selfie myself here. So Ying Tan's here. She ran for city council. So
Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time today, Larry. And we are all here to against Holy Southern Bill 86th Street. Welcome North. But I'm so sorry today. It's hard to find an occasion right here. I don't know why people come earlier. They can't find this address, so they left earlier. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. We have to sing American song first. Let's do it. Wait. No?
Yeah, water. Please, water. Oh, water? Okay. Yeah. Huh?
We outside?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and its red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Next up.
Yes, I'll get you know.
Yeah, let them
Yep.
stop.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Wait. Hello everyone. My name is Kenny. I'm the one Chinese community leader. I'm here for against Holy Southern Bill on 8625 Avenue. And the reason we're here, we have the important is just to remind you guys, you are American. You are alive for American. You have to fight for American first. You have to fight for American city first. And you have to fight for New Yorker first. Not be a selfish. You, for all the officer, like say state senator or council member or assemblyman, you guys sitting in the office, first of all, you have to think about New Yorker, not the yourself, not the next turn. Think about yourself. You're gonna be next 2 years, next 4 years. That's not right. You are selfish. You have to stand up to, write a bill to the governor. They say we have to write a bill to wipe out, Century City. We don't want a Century City in New York. We are the strong city. We all the time to build other business and build other, all the community, we don't want to destroy New York City. We want all of you to stay together, fight together, not be fight for yourself. We have to fight together. That's why we here today, and we're gonna be have a lot of speakers today. I'm gonna be in my first one is the okay. I'm gonna be in my the first people, the Min Chan first. Okay, come here. 你先过来吧，先过来吧，先过来。啊，你不准备 ，OK。Okay, you speak? Okay, oh, okay.
Go ahead. You go, girl.
Go ahead.
Hey, hi everybody. I know we're waiting for more people. It's tough to find this location. Sometimes right by City Hall. I'm Yvette Stark. Ironically, I looked for a school for my son many years ago in Bay Ridge, and it's a fantastic community with fantastic families and very successful businesses in multiple nationalities. At one time when I went, to Bay Ridge, it was very Italian, and it was, I believe, Korean. I don't know this year if they're Korean or not, but this was many years ago, and I went to a Catholic school to look for a special education school for my son. So I've been to Bay Ridge. It's not a matter of just Bay Ridge and just a homeless shelter there. We really need, it's in 86th Street, we really need affordable housing for our own veterans, our own single parents who have been abused in the court system, because our court system is not a constitutional system.
Right.
It's about admiralty court. And so you've got judges who are bankers managing UCC codes and not taking care of our families. And families are what make a neighborhood.
True,
Families,
right.
okay?
Yes.
And grandparents and parents and children and grandchildren and aunts and uncles who are American and who are here lawfully, legally, who love the United States and appreciate what we have here in New York City, but not just in New York City, but all over the United States. We are all being disrespected, crushed, and not being taken seriously by people in our government who are public servants and are millionaires, being paid off by lobbyists and big corporation and big business. I'm trying to think what I was watching last night. Even part of the Democrat convention, when you're watching on television, which I got nauseous and I shut it off. The commercials, well, they're full of lies. The commercials are all like big pharma, big corporations, brainwashing us, talking about environment, talking about diabetes, talking about medication. And, you know, we live in a community, we have families, we care about healthy food, we care about the grocery store, right? We care about going and buy what we need for our children, clothing, shoes, right? We care about our neighbors. If they're sick, we don't want our neighbors to be sick. Right now I'm taking care of somebody who has cancer. She's not my neighbor, but she's somebody I've protested with since 2019 for medical freedom, to not be forced to take those bioweapon jabs where there are 9 pages on the CDC, right, of vaccine injuries, those jabs. So even if we're not in the immediate community, we do go to church, we do pray, we go to synagogue, right? We go to temple, right? Some of us pray right in our houses, right in our backyards. And we care about our neighbors, no matter who they are, what nationality, what color, what religion, what language. We care about people because we're human and we all bleed red. So bringing people to a shelter who is not part of the community, don't have an investment, don't know anyone, and potentially could have drug addiction, could be a violent criminal, be a rapist, right? We don't want those people in our communities, much like we don't want those people crossing our borders in Mexico and Texas.
Build the wall.
And
the
we
wall.
do have a voice, and I speak on behalf of all different Americans in the United States, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino. I'm seeing many people here who sort of look like that. Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Not all Muslims are bad. Only the jihad, insane, Hamas, right, Muslims, and Hezbollah, and only those terrorist Muslims are dangerous. Not all Muslims are dangerous. So we all need to have a little bit of respect for our communities, people we love, the places we visit, right? To eat, to drink, to socialize, to pray, and we do want,
And we want to feel safe.
and we want to feel safe. We don't want our children to be threatened. Judge, what's her name? There's a judge who just put out, there are 4 rapes in 2 weeks, right, from, I think, Venezuelan people who are here illegally, okay, in New York City. And don't quote me, I can't, what's the judge with the black hair? I can't think of her name. She just literally put that out. In 2 weeks, there are 4 rapes of a 47-year-old woman, a 15-year-old girl, a sodomized boy. We do not want any of that to harm our children and our neighbors and our parents and our grandparents. And our politicians need to be held accountable. And if they're not doing their job, they need to be fired.
Thank you.
If you're not doing your job, you get fired. It's like, I kind of like Donald Trump because years ago, he basically fired a lot of people on The Apprentice, and I support him. He's a business guy. We need businesses to survive, and it's not going to happen in communities that are not safe where people live.
Next turn, I'm gonna be in wide intent.
Did I make sense?
Yes.
I often wonder
You
if
did great. You did pretty good.
We're gonna invite Helen.
I'll post it on Facebook for you later. Well, I'll send it to you through
But I speak from, I know my gut.
yeah.
it didn't start yet.
You did.
Hello.
I'm an advocate for years. Easy.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, New York. Hello. I am Helen Kiel. I have run for assembly against Grace Lee and run for city council against Christopher Mate in Lower Manhattan. Where we stand is in my district in Lower Manhattan. During my run, homeless shelter has been a principal topic of my candidacy. And I want to show you a poster I have made in 2022.
Right. Show us.
And I want you to see this poster that we proposed back in 2022. My son designed this. Sorry. So we have tapes here. We have tapes.
That's either way.
We have tapes. Yeah, we have tapes. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. So during my run, homeless shelter has been a principal topic of my candidacy. As you see, this is a flyer I make and a poster I posted all around in our Lower Manhattan area back in 2022. And don't worry, I'm going to speak in Chinese after I speak in English. I do not want any more homeless shelters in our city. What we already have is more than enough and more than what our city needs.
and what our city can handle. No more shelters, period.
No more.
No more shelters. 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 No more shelters.
No more shelters.
We have enough.
No.
During my run, I have witnessed firsthand the incompetence and inaction of my opponents, who have constantly passed on the topic like a hot potato. For 2 years, Christopher Mate did absolutely nothing effective in City Council. He objected to pass No More Shelter bill set by Vicky Paladino. He refused to sign it. And he set up fake hearings. They are fake hearings. They say, I want to hear. He said, I want to hear from you. No, they are fake hearings because in reality, he did not listen to your voice. He is laughing and mocking you in his head because he does not give any concern about your suffering. He doesn't care what you say and doesn't care how you feel. He gives you a warm smile. You know, Christopher Mate have a warm smile, yeah, right? But
Democrats smile.
underneath that, hiding underneath that warm smiling is a vile smirk, because he is destined to rob you, the residentials, the commercials, and the hotels in your neighborhood. He wants to replace them with homeless shelters for unvetted illegal migrants and for out-of-state homeless groups. So we do not want that.
No.
We want to close our border.
Yes.
Close the border. Close the border. We want
Close that.
President Trump to go. Trump 2024. I am a New Yorker. Yes. I love my city. I love New York. Yes. You are a New Yorker. Are you a New Yorker? Yes. Do you love our city?
Yes. New York.
New Yorkers are generous and kind people. Yes. We love to help people when they are in need. But Christopher Mate and all his minions exploited our kindness.
Right.
Yep.
And used you and me to destroy ourselves and destroy our city.
Yes.
We will say no to Christopher Mate. No to Christopher Mate.
No, Christopher Martin.
You're fired.
Amen. He's
Amen.
fired.
You're fired.
We want him to resign and we will kick him out of the office.
Get out.
When we say no more shelters and no more illegals, no more out-of-state homeless, do you know what Christopher Mate did?
We do.
He barked at us like a dog with rabies.
Oh my God.
And shamelessly called us racist, unsympathetic, and xenophobia. We say we are kind and warm-hearted people, but he smears us. Shame on you, Christopher.
Right,
Shame on you, Christopher. Shame on you, Christopher. Christopher and his minions get their way,
That's how many.
our city will become a gigantic homeless shelter.
Right.
Our entire city, all 5 boroughs, will become homeless shelter with their own complex.
It'll be a homeless farm, the whole borough.
Exactly. We will become a homeless farm. That's not what we want.
No.
We love our city. Unfortunately, in most New York districts, including the one in Brooklyn, in Flushing, we see many do-nothing city councils.
Yes.
Just like Christopher Mate.
Right.
They are busy passing out mooncakes,
Just like Eric Adams.
passing out cheap handouts, but they do absolutely nothing
Eric Adams.
about excessive shelters. They will not come here and tell you they do not support shelters. And they will destroy our small businesses and your house. They want to exchange your business that you build with your whole life and your house that you pay for your whole life by putting unvetted illegals. Note, they are unvetted illegals and putting unvetted out-of-state homeless next to it, so they will destroy your business, destroy
Your family.
your
Even the
family,
even the schools.
destroy your schools. We say no more shelters.
No more shelters.
No more shelters! 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 No more shelters!
No more.
Everyone, these do-nothing city councils are the reason that our community, your community, is suffering an endless amount of shelters being built every single day. Unless your city council, man or woman, or your city, state legislators write or pass no more shelter bills to protect our district and our city as a whole, we are doomed. You are doomed. Your business are doomed. No more shelters, I say.
No more shelters! No more shelters! No more shelters! No more shelters! No more shelters!
By this, I make a public demand for Christopher Mate to pass Vicky Palladino's bill to protect our city. I'm calling upon him, and we should watch him. If he doesn't do it, we will note, and we will never ever vote for him. We will kick him out of the office. I encourage you to call for your city council in everywhere, in Brooklyn, in Flushing, everywhere, to demand the same. Demand them to pass or write the bill for no more shelters.
How much is he getting paid off to not do his job? How
There
much
we
is
go.
he getting paid off?
During my run, I further witnessed the deception and manipulation of the so-called community leaders. Community leaders. These community leaders are not organic leaders like us. They are paid actors. That's why they have more people coming, because they are getting paid. We are organic. I am here today. I want everyone to know I am not getting paid for 1 penny. I do get a bottle of water. Thank you very much. Thank you. And these community leaders jump in front of the cameras and shout no shelters. Yet, when it comes to election, they manipulate each one of you. to vote for shelter kissers. Shelter kissers, Christopher Martin and Grace Lee. They manipulate you to vote for these two useless people. And they organize, these are fake community leaders. They organize fundraisers to collect tons of money for these two bloodsuckers. These two are bloodsuckers. Meanwhile, these fake community leaders actively suppress good candidates who will actually take action.
Like Trump.
We want action. Yes.
That's so true.
Like Cara Castronova.
Yes.
Yes. To remove shelters. Yes. These fake community leaders led all of you to vote for your own destruction. To vote for your own destruction. They do that with skill. They do that year after year. They do that year after year. That is why year after year your life is not getting any better. We want to stop Democrat tyranny in our city.
Yes.
Stop Democrat tyranny.
No more fools.
Stop Democrat tyranny.
The problem haunts you with no hope of removing shelters because you voted year after year for the wrong people. You elected a smiling snake that is waiting to give you a vicious bite.
Yes. That's Trump's story. I love that.
Today, these community leaders want you to only blame the mayor. They only want you to blame the mayor. They don't want you to blame themselves.
Like John Chen, right?
They want
Like John Chen.
They want you to ignore the city council and the assembly and the state senate because they are up for election this November. They want you to continue to vote for Democrat.
No.
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 You are being fooled. The No More Shelter is not only the mayor's job, but also your city council and assembly's job too. You must demand your city council and assembly to write a bill or pass a bill similar to that one wrote by Vicky Palladino, No More Shelter Bill, to protect our city. By the way, I mentioned Vicky a couple of times, but she did not pay me 1 penny, okay? I'm not her spokesperson. But I love Vicky because she is genuine and her policy actually helped. She's the one that's taking action. So we give her a round of applause.
Absolutely. God bless Vicky.
New York. We are smart. We are intelligent people. We say no to manipulation by these fake community leaders. We want true community leaders.
Like real ones.
Thank you, Ken. And thank you, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We want true community leaders who will rally our efforts to pressure the incumbent. In Lower Manhattan, that will be Christopher Martin.
I saw you called, but I couldn't answer. I was laughing.
And in your community, who is your city council? You need to tell us because we need to pressure them to write bills. You got it, and pass bills on no more shelters. We need to protect our community from endless shelters. We say no to these useless incumbent officials, such as Christopher Martin, because they do nothing, care nothing, and they eat our flesh alive. New York, rise up, fight, 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 Again, my name is Helen Q. You can reach me at my email address, Helen, numerical number 4, NYC@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Helen, by the way, here's a question.
Yes,
You ask your question?
we have
District 43 at Susan's.
Yeah, Q.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Q&A. What about the political clubs like the Grand Street Dems and the DID?
Yes,
District
those
leaders like
are the so-called community leaders. DID and Grand Street Democrats, they're both in my district, in Lower Manhattan. I already know that Grand Street have leadership conflicts because the current DID, the past DID leader, do not want to support the terrorists for October 7th. So they had a leadership conflict, and then the pro October 7th, such as Grace Lee, our Assemblywoman Grace Lee, is also a working family party candidate. She is pro BDS against Israel. Unbelievable. So I'm calling every American Jew in my district in Lower Manhattan, also in your district. There are many Jewish families living in Brooklyn, in Queens, everywhere. I'm calling every American Jew to stop voting for these bloodthirsty people. They don't care about you. They hide in their smiling face. They give you cheap handouts. They give you false promises. Everything. Grace Lee is doing housing right now, but the housing is not for you. It's for the illegals. So they're hiding underneath.
So one more question. What do you think about Grace Lee supporting congestion pricing? She supports congestion pricing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, she is wrong to support that. We should not. We do not need congestion pricing. We do not need congestion pricing. And of course, you shouldn't charge people when you don't need it. That's my take. And I was running against Grace Lee, and I told everybody, if I were elected, I would have immediately make the MTA spending transparent. And on that note, my son knows about a spending for MTA that should not happen. You want to tell us?
Yes, we want
to.
Tell us.
Tell us.
Yeah.
That's my son.
Yes.
Thank you.
What's happening with this?
So for I think it was when Cuomo was still governor, but the MTA spent $4.5 million on an upstate ski resort.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but clearly upstate ski resorts and the MTA are two very different things. So why is the MTA funding this? Especially when the MTA is low on budget. So I don't think we should be wasting MTA's money on these stupid, worthless projects that don't have anything related to the subway or even New York City.
What about the tickets that people evaded?
Oh yeah. So they're not even enforcing. They have police guards. We take the train from 125th often, so that's a very poor neighborhood, and they're putting police guards all over. But when they do evade, they just stand there. They're
they don't catch the people that evade the MTA fare.
It's not even catch and release. It's just release, right?
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? 我要用中文稍微讲一下啊。大家好，我是邱海伦牧师。我在2022年就在这个下东城这里竞选唐人街地区的众议员。然后去年呢，我就对阵西班牙裔的马泰。当竞选唐人街的市议员，在我的竞选期间呢，游民所一直是我竞选的主要议题。我认为我们城市 已经超负荷了我们已经付出的努力远远超过了我们纽约城市本身的责任、本身的需要和承受能力，所以现在已经超负荷我们不能够源源不断的继续建游民所了所以我想提醒大家的就是你们所在的区域的市议员和州议员，他们都应该站出来为我们写法案，并且通过法案而不应该只是出来鼓励大家抗议游行。抗议游行不能够从根本来解决我们写法案的问题，只有写出了法案，才不会有源源不断的游民来到我们这里。所以，我们这次大家一定要投票给保护我们南部边境，不再继续让非法移民进来的川普总统。大家说好不好啊？好！我们一定要投票给川普总统。川普总统，川普总统，只有川普总统才能够保护我们的南部边界，不继续让这些非法移民进来。如果你家的门口有100个非法移民，你就不得不在旁边建一个游民所给他们住。你们说对不对啊？所以最好的办法不是抗议说你不可以在这建，而是把这些非法入境者送回他们原来的地方。你们说好不好啊？这就是川普总统的政策，他要来保护我们所以我们来说Trump 还有，我是一个纽约人，跟大家一样，我们都心地善良，我们热情地帮助那些有需要的人。所以，当我们看见无家可归的人，我们心里面对他们非常的怜悯。但是大家要知道现在我们这个政策是伤害我们的现在的政策，这些议员呢他们把这些法案写成我们无条件、源源不断、没有止境的接受非法移民和难民，这就是错误的。所以我们要强烈要求他们要写法案，改变我们纽约的历史。你们说对不对啊？对。所以现在呢，我们知道说还有我留意到有一些社区的领袖他们误导大家，总是要你们就选这个人，你看这个人给我们发月饼，他对我们多好啊！大家注意，他发月饼是为什么？用月饼来堵住你的口。他用月饼来堵住你的口，因为他不希望你来叫他们要写法案。我们要求的就是要写法案，写法案，写法案，写法案，写法案，写法案，写法案。只有这些众议员也好，州议员也好，市议员也好，他们都必须要写法案，这样才能够保护我们。否则，他们发的月饼有没有用啊？没有。月饼多少钱1块啊？10块钱1块。你的房子，你的小商家，就不是这个数目，可能是你一辈子的积蓄，对不对呀？对。所以不要因为10块钱的月饼塞住了你的口，你一定要记住，见到议员就3个字，什么3个字啊？写法案。对了，这个真聪明。见到议员，不管是谁，你说什么？写法案。写法案。写法案。写法案。写法案。写法案。见到议员，不管是谁，你就3个字。写法案，写法案。如果你这样做，那你的口就是为我们社区发声的口，你就帮助保护了我们的社区。因为只有议员的法案才有法律的效果，才能够从根本来解决86街游民的问题，根本解决法拉盛游民的问题，根本解决我们曼哈顿游民的问题。大家说是不是啊？对。好，谢谢大家，希望大家喜欢我讲的这个话。 我是邱海伦牧师，请大家记住我，谢谢。
He's doing an interview, by the way.
我也帮你录下来。不用了，不用。
Hello? Hello? Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sing Tan. The reason why we're here, I think it's very clear. But I want to ask you a question. Why we have so many homeless shelters? Why? Because we have high demand for homeless shelters to host our migrants. Right?
Right. All for migrants.
Right.
Not Americans.
First, they convert a hotel room into a homeless shelter to host all these migrants. And then, what else? They convert our neighborhoods into shelters. Are they gonna host all these like New Yorkers, the homeless? No, they're not. They're definitely not. Because right now, every single day, they have hundreds and thousands of migrants arriving to New York City. And how can we afford this? How can we have enough space to hold these migrants? Early this year, on Veterans Day, my son and I went to the veteran housing. And we brought some strawberry to hand out to the veterans. Unfortunately, we found out not many veterans able to stay in the shelter. However, most of them are the migrants. We are New Yorkers. We welcome all immigrants, but you have to come here legally. Why New Yorkers have to take the burden of this foreign policy from the federal government? Why don't they just like close the borders?
Who voted for it? That's right.
Yeah, who voted for it? Why we have open border? Meanwhile, the Democrats say that the border is secure. Is it secure? And where these people coming from? And how can they come here?
Incompetent.
It is.
They're incompetent.
It is. So how can we afford it? First, we cannot budget for every different department to afford for these migrant crises. And now they go attack our community. They want to use our residential area to host these migrants. And how many migrant shelters, homeless shelters, we're gonna build enough to host all these migrants? It's never gonna be enough. Because if they build one homeless shelter, for example, the one on 86th Street, they only can host 100 of the people, the homeless right there. And every single day, remember, how many of them arrive here? Hundreds. So that means every single day, we have to find different places to house all these people. This is impossible. It's impossible. How can we New Yorkers afford to take all this burden? We can. We can. We have to change the policies. We have to end the Central City. Earlier this year, 8 of the city council members, they proposed to end the Central City. And Mayor Adams also agreed to vote on our ballot, to put on the ballot. However, shame on all the city council members up here. They vote no to end the Central City. They vote no to put this on our ballot because New Yorker has a right to vote for what we want, right? If you want Central City, just let people vote for yes. If they don't want, just vote for no. We have a right to make a choice. Is it right?
Yes, it should be on the ballot, and they're getting played off by special interest groups.
True, true. However, all these city council members, they refuse to put it on the ballot because they don't want us to voice. They don't want us to vote for no because they want to keep it open. They want all these money to come here because in the future, that would become their voters. That's right. It's not the voters. That is why they keep it open.
Americans, they're replacing
Shame on them.
Americans.
Shame on them. Yes, we need to end Central City because if we don't end Central City, there are more migrants coming in here. We have to find more places to build our shelters to host all these migrants. First of all, I want to make it clear, I'm not against migrants. because we're all immigrants right here. So you have to come here in a legal way. It is not the migrants' fault, to be honest with you. It is the policies failing us. This is the federal government failing our citizens. Because they open the border, they provide freebies, they're asking them to come over here. They fail our New Yorkers, they fail our US citizens. So today, if we want no shelter in the community, first of all, call on your elected official in your district. No matter city council, congressman, maybe it's assemblyman, whoever it is in your district, please call on them. Ask them to find policies, find a city hall, find in the assembly, find the state, find the Congress, ask them to fight for policies, propose some bills to end the Central City, to close the borders. This is the most important. Protesting is good, that the government will hear our voices, but in the long term, it's not going to help. Because no matter how many protests we're going to host here, the policy still failing us. We have to propose a bill. We have to end these policies. We have to make some changes, in the actual changes, so we could solve the problem in the long term. If our city council members, they really want to help our citizens to reduce the problem of the homeless issues, they should build long-term housing, like affordable housing. Let our New Yorkers affordable to get a house to live there for a long time, right? You cannot continue to build this homeless shelter, just let them stay there for days or maybe a month. This is not gonna help them. What they're gonna be after a month or two? They're gonna be homeless again. And then we come back to homeless shelter again. So how many more are we gonna build? It's never gonna be enough. So we have to end the Central City strategies. We have to close the border. We have to fix whatever issue we have right here, right now. And then we have to find many places in the community to build affordable housing for all New Yorkers. Make sure that people are affordable to live here. This is the long-term solution. City council members, assembly members, please stand up and listen to our voices. And please go fight for the policies. We need a new bill to change. We demand a change.
Ying, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question. What do you feel about Susan Wong not fighting to repeal sanctuary city status?
So, very surprisingly, she's the only person from the Common Sense Caucus who refused to vote for yes for the Central City. Very surprising. She's not supporting the change the Central City. I know she has been very actively to go against the shelter on Bensonhurst 86th Street. However, if she really wants to solve the problem, she has to support the Central City, to end the Central City. She has to do that. And first of all, have to end the Central City. Second, she has to negotiate with the Mayor Adams. How can we fix this problem? You have to find a place to have maybe affordable housing, wherever. You have to find a solution. You cannot just like asking our people to do protesting forever. Because we have to have middlemen. She's gonna be the middleman to talk with our mayor to find a solution. And in the long term, yes, you have to sign a bill to end the Central City.
And by the way, how do you feel about there's no update about the shelter situation? Like, how's it going forward? There's no update from any elected official.
I don't hear any new update regarding the 86th Street shelter right now. However, I want to say thank you to all these protesters like standing up there every single day to do this protesting. It has been a month already. I know it commands a lot of time and hard working. I want to thank you and I do appreciate it for all this hard work and all this time that our protesters contribute to the community. However, city council members and state assembly members have to stand up. They have to change the policy. Again, have to change the policy.
And one more thing, there's a lot of criticism online, the Facebook groups, about you and Ken are not being at the shelter. We all know that you guys were out there before Susan and Will. How do you respond to that? Because since you guys wasn't allegedly not out there after the 17th of July, how you respond to that?
So I was at the protest ever since the first day. So I know Susan Zhang hosted the protest last year. I was there. And Kelly hosted another protest in the shelter. I mean, against the shelter. I was there too. So I'm always scared to show the support for the community because we don't want it. I'm with them. However, this time it's a little bit messy. And some people like go against me. Maybe they put it like more the self-interest. They say, "Oh, we don't want you to be here," blah blah blah. And I even have like people threaten me not to show up in the shelter. So just for my own safety, I have to stay away from it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
其他人讲那个，是你过去的现场，我再讲一下。
下面由那个环保联盟那个会长 Jason， 向大家说几句话。
Wait, come here. Grace, I mean, Helen King.
Yeah.
Selfie. Wait,
This is what we do.
Yes, I know we get selfie. Still shots. Hey, come here. Hey, 1, 2. Thank you.
我们巴士路街这个游民手不是第一次我们参加这个示威，这个示威是在我们整个纽约市发生的这个事情，我们所有的周边的居民都表示反对。我们对于这些游民所的建设，我们都是表示反对的，因为我们的居民都感觉到居住的环境受到了威胁，治安的环境受到了威胁，所以这些活动我们大家都感谢，都来参与我们示威的民众，谢谢大家。Thank you.
大家好，大家好。我而家手頭呢度咧就有一個選民登記單選民登記單。剛剛這一位美女談話，她說她來這裡已經很久了，但是還不是公民我希望大家一定要去參加考試，成為公民很多我們華人還不是公民的，一定要成為公民，好不好？如果有問題，怎麼樣考試，怎麼樣成為公民，你們應該可以找社區的朋友來幫忙一定要成為公民，只有成為公民，你才可以投票，才可以登記，才可以投票，才可以選出好的官員。那麼我聽人家說，哎呀，選也沒用反正都不好這樣的說法是錯誤的我們知道Vicky Palladino 就是在 Flushing 的這個一個女的市議員她現在就把她的社區搞得非常好。原來那裡豬霸成群很多的都是豬霸，很多人都治安非常不好，也要建很多的游民所。那她上台以後呢，就把這個政策一步一步的改變，所以大家一定不能夠灰心不要灰心，不要灰心，不要灰心一定要選出好的官員。你們不要灰心不要說哎呀選都沒用的，一定要記住，不斷的努力就可以成功，好不好？所以大家看過這個正式的投票是這樣的如果有可信的人，就可以拿這個選票來投票幫你們登記，好不好？我今天在這裡帶了幾張，如果你們有公民的人，馬上來找我幫你登記，好不好？好。Okay. Yes.
Hi, my name is John McGuigan, and I am part of LGBTQ. Unfortunately, I don't agree with their policies or stances. On the ballot this November, Proposal 1, the ERA proposal, is if you vote yes, you are going to allow minors to decide for themselves whether they can participate in gender-affirming care, if they can receive puberty blockers without parental consent. Parental rights will be gone.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. This is what goes on in communist countries. The communists indoctrinate the kids and control them, and the parents lose their rights. The parents have no rights over the kids. Proposal 1, the ERA proposal, on the ballot in November. Vote no. We don't.
No.
Absolutely. We don't want transgenderism for minors.
At all.
At all. We don't want them to receive puberty blockers, which I'm sure 10 years down the road will cause cancer. They'll find out that the chemicals cause cancer in their bodies.
Colon and breast.
Yes, and they will be permanently damaged.
Mutilated.
They will be disabled. So absolutely vote no on Proposal 1. And vote no to all Democrats as well who have assembled this proposal, because they believe in gender-affirming care for minors, whether the parents consent to it or not. What kind of country is this?
Right.
What kind of fucking country is this? This is bullshit. Children need parental guidance. You don't need to be instructed by the government to cut off their balls.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Vote no on Proposal 1.
Thank you.
Go, Johnny!
That's right.
Hell
no. Hell no to
I'm gonna
Proposal
just talk
1.
out of one of
Hell
these.
no.
I can't do the two. I have trouble. They can hear me. So I have a little bit of issues here because I've lived in New York my whole life, and I had the pleasure of experiencing Mayor de Blasio's wonderful abortion of an administration. And I remember when he was getting out of office, it was about, I think, 2021. And he kind of did the executive order that caused this migrant crisis that we're going through right now. And when Mayor Adams stepped up, I was hoping that he was going to like override that executive order, but he didn't. They started flying planes of migrants into Westchester Airport in the middle of the night in 2021, 2022. They were shipping migrants in on buses. And then you had Abbott and you had Paxton down in Texas, and DeSantis started to send them up here as well. And what I had noticed on like Freedom News one night was you had the Free Palestine movement and Antifa greeting the immigrants at Grand Central Station as they came in. So you had them waving, you know, the black flag of Islam, you had them waving the Palestinian flag, the gay pride flag, and they were welcoming the migrants in. Now, I know unemployment in New York City, you get about maximum maybe $450 a week. Now, I lived in Hell's Kitchen. I've lived in New York my whole life. I lived up in Harlem. I lived in Brooklyn by Coney Island. But I also lived on 43rd Street and 9th Avenue, right by the Row and Roosevelt Hotel. And if you go up there now, you'll think it's 1982. You got families sleeping on the sidewalks, living there 24 hours a day, let alone the 3,000 migrants they got stuck up inside the Roosevelt Hotel, which normally would be a $600 a day fee, right? So now, mind you, I haven't had a vacation in 4 years. They're putting possibly a 60-day quota on migrant families staying in these things, each individual. So all they got to redo is resubmit a voucher to Mayor Adams, and Mayor Adams in the city and the city council and everybody else, they just reapprove it. And what you got going on now is the city's giving them millions of dollars. You look at the Roosevelt Island Migrant Shelter, that's in the middle of the John McEnroe Tennis Center. That tennis center is $80,000 a year for tuition. You want a part-time tuition there? It's $45,000 a person. You want to know why they want to close those shelters down and build quote-unquote homeless shelters in Coney Island? Because they want to take that tennis field back from the migrants that they gave them, and they want to pump these people back into your neighborhoods and put 4,000 at a clip. You got 4,000 migrants on Murder Avenue, they used to call it. Murder Avenue in Brooklyn. On what is that street over there? King Street or something down there, Fort Greene? You got the stars of Game of Thrones living in one building, and you got crackheads and homeless families living in the building next to it, and then you got yuppies that come from rich families. They all hate their parents, from Republican families in the South, living in trust fund homes, and then you got homeless people and migrants sleeping on the street. I don't know. I lived in Brooklyn, right near this proposed homeless shelter my whole entire life. I lived on Bay 35th Street in Benson, right off the 25th Avenue train station. And you want to know what I see in the streets there now? Unhappy community members. This city is dysfunctional. This country is dysfunctional. And when I say this, I mean in pain. We are in pain, and when you're suffering, you do not look out for the well-being of people that are not in your household, not from your country. These people are not welcome here. There was no invitation. Mayor Adams, stop the procrastination. What we want is your resignation.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ken.
Let's do the Queen's Voice. Queen's Voice is here. Let's do a rerun for Queen's Voice. Okay. Queen's Voice is here. Let's do a rerun. Let's try to get all the speakers to speak again. If they want. Helen, we got Queen's Voice here. You want to speak again for Queen's Voice? We want to give a Queen's Voice. Queen's Voice is here. We got media here. They all want to come out and yeah, Queen's Voice.
Dumb shit, and you don't gotta be brain scientist. No problem. Realize that, like,
We can do it over. We want to. You want to do a Queen's Voice or what? Let's do it over. Queen, y'all want us? Ying, you want to go up?
2 billion.
Ying,
I'm sorry. 2 billion.
Ying, you want to go up for Queen's Voice? You sure? All right, okay.
I do it.
Now, come on up and speak with Queen's Voice because they have a lot of viewers at Queens. They have a lot of viewers at Queens. Let me know you're ready. Yo, Queen's Voice. Let me know you're ready to wait. Queen's Voice. Yo, let me know you're ready to go.
Hello?
Yo, let me know you're ready to go. Wait. Helen. Yeah. Queen, let me know we done registering. You gotta speak again because Queen's Voice is here. They got a lot of voters in Queens.
Remember when gas was $2 a gallon? Now you're paying $23.
You want to speak for something?
Oh,
That's why I say it like that. It was $1.95.
It's on or what?
Hello, New Yorkers.
2 minutes?
I'm going to describe to all of you how these city council people, they have no action, they just have attention, okay? So let's, there's like a lot of activists in Chinatown. Let's take Susan Lee, for example. Okay, so Susan Lee say, oh, no more shelter. And then once the police comes to arrest her, and then she throws herself to the public and says, hey, look, I'm getting arrested. Everyone, I'm being arrested. This is unjust. Yeah, but does she actually do anything? No, she just says, oh, no more shelters. She did that like 5 times in like a year.
Political theater, he knows.
I don't know. But she did it a lot of times. And even though she's not a council member, she's very influential. And she's not telling
She writes the law of sanctuary city.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she is, she's a demon.
Yeah!
We hate demons!
Right word.
So she is an attention seeker. She doesn't actually do anything.
She don't create no change.
And then these people like Christopher Marte, Grace Lee, what's the other person? Andrew Young.
Susan Zwang.
Oh yeah, Aberlin. Yeah, Aberlin. They're all getting arrested. And when you see them getting arrested, they have a footage of them getting arrested. It's like in the most public spot to show that, announce to the world you're getting arrested for homeless shelter. But they don't actually do anything.
Right, homeless shelter still gets built.
So we need to make
there's one other thing. These homeless people, they don't stay in the shelter. They don't want to go to the shelter. They're all over the place. They're on the subway. They're on the street. They are not in the shelter.
Right.
When we ask them, why don't you want to be in the shelter where it's safe? They're saying it's better to be out there because the shelter is full of gangs. They're full of violent people, and the security guards are not doing anything. So it's safer to be out on the street than to be in the shelter. So not only are these bad for the the community, but they're not being used. Like, you could just build 0 shelters and you'll have the same effect. Everyone's on the street.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's do it again. You want to do it again, or you good? You good? All right, no problem. Okay. All right. So Ying go, let Ying go, or Queen's voice. Queen's voice. Do it again. Queen's voice.
So I want to mention one more time. So why we have so many shelter proposing in the community? Because we have so many demand. Demand for our New Yorkers, homeless people? No, obviously not. They are building all these homeless shelters because they want to host our migrants. We are not against the migrants again, but they have to come illegally. And the city and the federal government has to do something about it. Why we have to open a border, letting all these people coming here? And our New Yorkers, can we affordable to house all these migrants in our city?
No.
We can't. There are thousands of them arriving here every single day. How can we afford to help them? We are cutting our city budget to help all these migrants to live here in a nice hotel. And we have been here for our whole life. Do we have 5-star hotel to live in? No, not even affordable housing.
Not even.
So why not we build more affordable housing and to support our New Yorkers who are not affordable to buy houses and not affordable to pay the rent? Why can't we help our New Yorkers, but we have to help these migrants? Again, it is the federal government's policy failing our U.S. citizens, and we have to make the change. So please, vote on November, vote for Republican, because they have common sense policies. They want the border to be closed. They want to make America great.
Yeah.
We have to put our New Yorkers, put our U.S. citizens first. This is the most important thing because we pay our taxes.
Right.
We pay for the salaries.
Right.
Everything is paid for our citizens.
Right.
So why don't we put our U.S. citizens first? Why not put our people first?
Right.
And we have to end Century City, statuses in New York, because this is going to be crazy. I know we have 8 city council members. They tried to end this. They have been trying so hard. However, most of the city council members in here, they vote for no. They don't want to close the border. They don't want to end the Century City statuses because they want these people to come in here. Because all these migrants in the future, they eventually became their voters.
Right. That's the whole thing. It's an agenda.
It is.
They just need the ballot, not the body.
Right, so we have to call on our city council members, assemblymen, have to call on them. Don't just say you are opposing the shelters. Do something about it. Opposing is easy. Saying is easy. Talking is easy. Everybody can talk. You show up in a protest saying that I'm against it is very simple. You just commit sometimes and stand up here to show the support. However, is it gonna be long-term change or maybe fix the problem we have? No, absolutely not. All these city council members and assemblymen, congressmen, whatever it is in your district, they have to do in action. They have to propose some bills. They have to change the policies. This is the most important and the most efficient way to change. You don't come here, sit in here, and just have some meeting and come and tell people that I'm gonna support you. I hear your voices. I went to some of the testimony for to end the Century City strategies back in the city, across the city. And many people in the room, they testify, we don't want Century City. And our city workers say, oh, we hear your voices, it's loud and clear, we hear it, we know what you want. At the end of the day, they tell us, I'm sorry, we cannot put it on the ballot. We cannot let you vote. Why? They're afraid. Because they know New Yorkers don't want it. They know we don't want this happen. We want to end this. That's why they don't want to put on the ballot. They don't want us to vote. They're so afraid. Why are you afraid? if you do the right thing.
They're not doing the right thing.
Yes,
That's why
because
they're
they know they're not doing the right thing. They know they are failing us.
That's right.
They know we are mad.
Definitely mad.
Definitely mad. So yes, please, not only come out here to go against the shelter, we have to find out why we have so many homeless shelter proposing right here.
Democrats.
Yes, Democrats. The progressives, the Democrats. They just want to have the self-interest. They just want to remain in office. They don't care about us. So we have to call them to tell them, if you don't listen to us, we're gonna vote you out. You cannot remain in office forever because you're not doing your job. If you really go against the homeless shelter and you want the New Yorkers to live in the affordable housing and people affordable to live here, please change the policy. Don't just talk. Do something about it. Do something actual work. Do your job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Helen, speak. Speak.
Come on. Is it criminal the second they cross the border? That's how they do it.
Hi, everybody. I would like to know if you have any questions that I can help to answer. Because I commonly hear people say, oh, there's no use to write a bill. Because Republicans will not get approval of their bill. It's very hard to get approval. You are correct, it's very difficult. But it doesn't mean it doesn't help at all. And it does not mean you do not do it. So let me tell you how it works. It's actually very, very simple. Just like how you eat, okay? When you have a bowl of food in front of you, when you have a piece of pizza in front of you, and if you're hungry, you need to eat more than one piece, okay? So that's the same thing as writing a bill and passing a bill. When you write a bill, if you ask your council person or an assembly person or a senator to write a bill, they may give you an excuse, oh, no use, just protest, no need to write a bill. That's wrong. Why? Because they need to write a bill. In the beginning, they may not get it passed. Just like what Vicky Palladino is doing. She wrote a bill, it didn't pass. It didn't pass. 8 people passed it. 8 people, right? So today, we are going to ask Christopher Mate and Susan Zhuang in the City Council to pass the same bill. If they both do it, then we have 2 more people. And we are going to do this in every places, in every City Council places, until everyone or majority of them passes. That's when we pass. So it's difficult, but that's how it works. You do it step by step. But if you don't start, it will never work. So if your City Council is there, you want to ask them to do it. And I ran for City Council against Christopher Mate last year. And the reason I ran is because all her policies are pro-crime. She didn't do anything for our city. She didn't do any bill. She listened to what we have to say. We don't want any more shelters. But did he ever pass a bill or write a bill to stop the illegals coming into our city? To stop Sanctuary City law? No. So Christopher Mate is a fraud. He's a fraud. He lied to us. We cannot let fraud people sitting in the office. Do you know how he fraud you? He give you mooncakes. He's going to give you mooncakes in the next 2 weeks. He give you mooncakes and then you say, oh, I like the mooncake. I forgot. His job is not passing out mooncakes. His job is writing bills to stop the shelter. 我刚才在讲哈，我们华人哈很容易给人家给点好处给我们，给你一块月饼，给你一个小书包，你就去投票给这个人，千万不能这样了，因为他就用这块月饼堵住了你的嘴。那我的选区是在唐人街这边，我的对手是马太是西班牙裔的马太。 怎么样呢？他经常发月饼啊。做感恩节的时候发一个火鸡，你知道火鸡多少钱吗？5块钱啊，那月饼就可能更加便宜了。他就发这些东西，那么大家拿了，哎呀，这个人不错，这个人不错，就选他，千万不要选，因为他上任已经3年多了，每一个政策都是伤害我们的，啊，他通过了大麻，啊，现在我们整个唐人街都是大麻味，啊，每个街口都有大麻店，啊，就是他通过的。然后现在他还要，从来没有写过一个法案说要取消游民所，他应该写，我跟大家提过了，在 Queens 的那个 Vicky 那一个议员他非常好，他就写了个法案呢，说要推翻纽约州无休无止的这个游民所，结果马太有没有同意啊？没有同意。所以你说这个马太他给你100个月饼，你也不要选他，你说对不对啊？对。所以我们华人一定要明白，我们不是为了月饼而生存的，我们选人出来不是给我们发月饼的，发月饼我们在座每一个人都可以发，对不对啊？我们这里就有很多月饼，我们这里就有很多，对不对？需不需要你选出一个议员来发月饼啊？不需要，这个面包店就可以发月饼给你，对不对啊？所以我们不要为了10块钱的月饼，不要为了一个小书包，就去选一个错误的人，把我们的商店、把我们的家庭、把我们的学校都断送掉，所以这个马太呢，他就是专门做这样的事情，然后他现在还要跟这个州议会的这个李荣恩这个人一起，要干什么呢？要搞娼妓合法。如果娼妓合法，每个街口都有娼妓馆，你还管不了。那时候你抗议的就不是游民所了，不单单抗议游民所，还要抗议娼妓馆。所以我们不能够选这样的人上台，那不要因为他在发月饼，大家拿了他月饼就选他，那我跟这马太对手，对吧？我明年要跟马太对手，那大家不要选他，要选我，对不对？因为我没有给大家发月饼，我都说了，我发这个月饼是没有用的。当然我很希望可以给大家发月饼，但是如果你的家很兴旺，你可能会送月饼给我，不需要我发给你，对不对？对。你的家很兴旺，你的商店很兴旺，你的生活非常的快乐，你就不用天天出来去保卫你的游民所，对不对？不用天天在那里敲锣打鼓。我看到老先生老太太在那敲锣打鼓，我心里面很伤痛。我这个事情，我们2020年2022年甚至更早就在做这件事了，我们一直在做这件事情，但是游民所还是天天建。为什么？因为像马太、像李荣恩这种人什么都不干，他不写法案来保护我们城市，他反倒搞了很多钱为非法移民，每个人发钱，非法移民现在每个人1个月1万块钱，请问你们1个月有没有1万块钱？没有。坤，你有没有？有没有用1万块钱？对吧？所以我们没有这个钱。So I just want to really emphasize Christopher Marte and Grace Lee, they are pro-illegal migrants. They want to open border. They open the border and then the people come in. And we have endless need for the people sleeping on the street. That's why you have endless shelters building right in your backyard, right next to your house. Because they are sleeping on the street. We have too many, we cannot afford it. We are paying $1,000 per person. We cannot afford it. And we are paying over $10,000 in our city to support them per month because their rental is $300 per day. So, do you sleep in a $300 per day place? So our city is really in turmoil. We have to know the power of our vote. Without the vote, we cannot fight for our right. So we fight for our right, we gather together, not because this gathering will change them, but this gathering will make us to give pressure to the current incumbents and tell them that they have to listen to us. If they don't, they leave. And we will kick them out. So next year when I'm running against Christopher Abate, we're going to kick him out. I will win this election and kick Christopher Abate out because he cannot represent our Lower Manhattan. So if you have questions, please ask me.
So what do you think about the performative activism of like certain community leaders, like the DID people and the Grand Street Dems and
yes,
the Susan Lees and all those type of people? What do you think about that?
Yes, there are a lot of. I like how Chris was referring to them as photo activists, right? They're very good at taking pictures. So we have a lot of these people, and that's in my speech. I talk about it, that I notice a lot of so-called community leaders. They are not real community leaders that love us and lead us in the right direction. They oftentimes, almost always, they lead us to a wrong direction. I don't get to speak in any of their events. I don't get to speak in DID. I don't get to speak in Grand Street. I don't get to speak. They will not let me speak. Thank you to Ken Lee and everybody here.
What about the
They let me speak. Normally they do not let me speak because they know I will expose their fraud. They know that I'm for real. Yeah, I don't have business in Lower Manhattan, so I'm not getting any kickbacks, okay? I live a happy life, really. So I'm a Christian pastor. I live a very low profile life. I'm good at preaching. That's why maybe I'm good at speaking right now, because I preach, but I don't do business, don't do deals. I want our people to get the deal. And what do our people need? We do not want any shelters. We do not want any sanctuary cities. We do not want the crime. We do not want cashless bail. We do not want congestion pricing. All these things are what the people don't want. But they keep pushing for these wrong policies and lie to us. So that's really wrong. So anybody comes to you and say, oh, here is a piece of mooncake, here is a bag, here's a hat, vote for this person. Never. Just say no. I'm voting for Helen Kew. I'm voting for Republican Party. I'm voting for Trump. I want to protect our southern border. I want to protect our city. I want prosperity. When I'm prosperous, when I am wealthy, when I don't have inflation, I can buy you 10 mooncakes. Am I right? Yeah, we don't need people to give us one mooncake. And you have to wait, by the way, for the Thanksgiving, it's not a turkey. Christopher Abate passed out a toasted chicken that is $5 in the grocery store. And you have to wait in the cold weather of Thanksgiving for 3 hours. I have elderly telling me that they waited for like 5 hours to get their $5 chicken. 我们不需要这些东西. Okay, we don't need that. If we don't have inflation, if we can afford things, if the business is flourish, if the market is plentiful, we will not need to worry about getting a $5 toast chicken. Am I right? You can probably buy 10 chickens and pass out to your neighbors. Right? So that's not the way to do it. But they always manipulate because people thought, oh, they're nice to us. They give me a chicken, they give me a mooncake, they give me a bag. And the bag will break like within 5 days, right? So the school bag that they're passing out, the school is going to open now. And the school bags are very poor quality, right? They cannot carry books with those school bags. You need good school bags. That's probably going to cost you $50 or $100. But if you don't have inflation, if you have good people, that's occupying the office. And do not allow these illegals to steal your money. Then you can afford many school bags. And you don't need to wait in line. You don't need to find, oh, I want this bag, I want this color. Oh no, it's gone, right? So it's a sad thing. This is not how our city should operate. We are America. We build businesses, right? We have our own businesses. We want prosperity. We don't want socialism. We don't want handouts. 所以我们不要搞这种社会主义的，这种共产主义，给你一些很便宜的东西哈，一个很便宜的书包，但是呢，你没有赚钱的能力我们需要的就是一个赚钱的机会，赚钱的能力。我们如果生活得很好，收入很高，我们的生意很兴旺，我们就不会需要他们给我们什么月饼啊，什么书包啊，对不对？这些都是没用的哈。好，Thank you so much, everybody. Would you like to?
下面有请凌晨说话。
Hi, how are you, everyone? My name is Chen Ning. So, I'm here today to support Ken Lee. Make a chance that our speak something. I'm come here country only like 22 years. I'm working hard and then buy a house. Every year, the property tax increase more. So the government use this money to pay the homeless people living in the hotel the better life than our citizens. So right now, they want to put in shelter our community neighborhood. So we just want our family get safety. And I don't want my daughter go outside. I worry too much about it. So I wish they can find a better way. They put in shelter like far away, not our community. So that's why we are here today. 我呢就想说，就是说，我们不希望有这个shelter 这个游民所在我们的社区，因为政府呢盖这个社区，他们是官商勾结，是这个市长和这个建筑商，因为建成这个shelter 这个建筑商每年都会给这个市场好处，所以说我们绝对不能支持在我们的社区建这个收容所，这个收容所里面它是晚上才能住，白天它是放在街上的，他们这些买东西都不付钱，零购物，还有他们就是放下那些强奸罪啊什么，就前几年在我们唐人街就是有一个韩国人就这样被这个流浪汉跟回家，一共刺了40几刀。所以说我们希望我们的社区安全，不要有流浪汉，希望政府不要放这个流浪所在我们的社区。好，谢谢大家。
Diana.
I'm going to speak on the migrant crisis. Many of the individuals whom are illegally crossing the border aren't good individuals. Most recently, on August 10th, a homeless migrant attempted to sexually assault a 19-year-old steps away from Gracie Mansion. August 19th, August 1st. He attempted to sexually assault a 19-year-old steps away from Gracie Mansion on East End Avenue and 90th Street. Shortly 2 days later, on August 12th, 2024, 2 migrants were arrested for raping a 40-year-old woman at Knife Point under Regal Men Boardwalk by Coney Island. One of the migrants were charged 4 months ago for another sexual assault. We need to close the border and get rid of New York City sanctuary status. God bless America and God bless the NYPD.
Okay, at the risk of sounding redundant and repetitious, once again, Proposal 1 is on the ballot in New York. It will give children, minors, the right to have gender-affirming care without parental consent. Absolutely wrong. It's terrible. We must vote no. The kids will be receiving puberty blockers, which I predict in years to come will turn to cancer because it's unnatural chemicals going into a body preventing puberty to take place, which is a natural process. So these people are trying to indoctrinate. We've said it over and over again that the Drag Queen Story Hour is trying to. The people that run these Drag Queen Story Hours are trying to indoctrinate, groom, inculcate the kids into transgenderism. And now here we are with Proposal 1 on the ballot, taking parents' rights away from them, and the government will decide what's right for the kids. This is what goes on in communist countries. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Communism is at your front door. It's not even creeping through the back door. It's at the front door. Stand against Proposal 1. Vote red. Trump 2024. God bless my president. Stand with him. Thank you and God bless America.
Trump 24, baby.
Yeah, hi. I spoke a lot before. I'm not going to repeat what I said. I just want to, first of all, I want to say that the shelters and the hotels are experiencing a lot of rapes and child trafficking and prostitute trafficking that's not being reported. So one of the reasons this lovely young man talked about people being on the street is that the shelters and the hotels are not safe. And what our tax dollars are supporting is more child trafficking. And that goes in line with the trans situation and creating chaos in our city. You know, I think that we don't want the UN military being brought to our city under martial law and all of the insanity that's going on in the city in reference to pro-Palestinian protests, in reference to Palestinians, you know, agreeing to see and meet and greet illegal aliens, and also replacing Americans with a vote. One of the reasons, you know, there's not a lot of children being born by Americans. Why is that? Because we're miserable and because we can't afford, our young people cannot afford to buy homes and get married and have children because of the insanity of the Democratic Party and what they have voted, and our assembly and our Congress people. And I don't know what they're getting paid, you know, for their votes. They are getting paid off. I don't know if they support pedophilia and child trafficking. There's a lot of money in child trafficking. There's a lot of money in fentanyl trafficking. There's a lot of money in organ trafficking, adrenochrome for the elites who drink blood, and there is cities in all of these government agencies, courts, and all of the lawyers who are graduating from the secret societies like Skull and Bones, where the Bushes come from. But I really want to talk about, can someone hold the mic? I need to read this. Can you hold the mic? Yes, I want to read this.
What a gentleman.
Sorry. But Article 4, Section 4 of our Constitution requires our government to protect and defend our borders. If the government does not, the Constitution, by virtue of the name part therein, authorizes free citizens, we are citizens, those people are not, to defend themselves and their state in place of a treasonous government. The foreign and hostile people who have been included in our nation being a sanctuary city is unconscionable. We didn't vote for it. And under the Constitution, Article 3, Section 3, that is considered treason. I want to say that again. Article 4, Section 4 of our Constitution allows us as citizens to defend our state in place of a treasonous government. And the Constitution under Article 3, Section 3, this is called treason. Those people behind us in City Hall, the Assembly, and all the people are voting in a way that's treasonous. And they should be in Gitmo, and they should be arrested by the police. Unfortunately, we do not know who is giving orders to who. Our police department, I know, is loved by Donald Trump, and I am a Trump supporter, as many of us are. We need to make America great again. We need to make New York great again. We need to allow our citizens and our children to be able to afford to buy homes, to get married and have children, not bring all these illegals in. I've never seen so many pregnant illegal people walking around New York in my life. They're being brought in to have babies, to become citizens here, who have no clue because they've never taken any classes about what the Constitution is, what your civil rights are, right? They don't know. All they know is getting free housing, free food, and free clothing, and free everything. And, you know, this is not a free-for-all. Nobody voted for sanctuary housing in New York City. We are the citizens. We are the people. Get your asses out of our Assembly and out of our Congress and out of our Senate. We need a totally new government. And I hope there's a lot of room at Gitmo for all these treasonous bastards.
I hope so too. Come on, I'm the Gitmo.
Ying.
Waiting 7 minutes.
Ying. Photo, quick photo.
Let's go, Queen.
Hi. How's everyone here?
Good.
A City Hall afternoon. We are at the very nice weather. It's not hot. It's not cold. Perfect for the protest. Thank you for coming, everyone. And until I'm finished. All right. The homeless shelter crisis. We can protest all we want, but it won't go away. How can that go away when the borders open? Well, they're talking about 10,000 persons walking over every single day. A new city, Central City, that some people talk about it. Because Central City, with the open border, Texas will not take those migrants. The Texas governor, what's his name? Who is the Texas governor? Abbott. All right, he is the one who's been busing the migrants over to New York City. And he's very smart. I'm real stupid.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not stupid. I think my mayor is not thinking. Well, maybe he is stupid. Yes, in the way he is. He waited until now to regret it. And that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he said he welcomed migrants crossing the border, including Kathy Hochul, our governor.
They'll reform bitch.
Satanic
Tyrant. Now I think the mayor feels the pain, but the budget is burning a hole. Where's the money? We got no money. The taxpayers don't want to keep on paying for people who keep crossing the borders. Do you open your home? Do you keep your apartment door open for people to come in, stealing from you? No one does. We don't. So why are we here protesting the homeless shelters. I'm protesting against the homeless shelters. When the policies don't change, the law does not change. Nothing changed. So I said, and I'm still saying this, we are not against the homeless shelter. There are people who need to stay in a homeless shelter. What we are against is the current policy and the law, because the homeless shelter law has been misinterpreted. The law says we should shelter the legal immigrants, the legal residents who are homeless. That is the law. That's a homeless shelters law. But what happened now? Is sheltering illegal immigrants who cross the border from Mexico to Texas, where the Texas governor keep busing them over to here in New York City. Why we shelter them at my tax dollars? I'm not paying. And IRS has been going after me for some time.
Right. I'm not following this agenda. I like that.
Everyone's protesting against building a homeless shelter. I would rather protest against the mayor, the governor, and ask them to interpret the homeless shelter law. The law does not tell us to shelter the migrants, illegal immigrants. We have immigration law, and my son asked me, what does that do if we don't kick out illegal immigrants? So we pay all those employees, officers in the immigration department to do what? Sit down, watch TV, play video games.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Right? Shovel paper, paper management, and no real work. And my son told me, so why we need immigration department? I said, I don't know. They don't get paid. And they have union anyway. Maybe I should find myself a job in the immigration department. I'm an immigrant myself, right? I should have priority status. So, yes, I do support Trump because Donald Trump will definitely, absolutely close the border. And deportation. Unless building homeless shelter. He's never spend money on building homeless shelter. That is not investment to him. Yeah, he's going to build a wall. Yes, he's going to build a wall. And I think building walls is one way out. We cannot have all these people crossing over. Like taking hiking. It's like a hiking trip to them. And some of those illegal immigrants, I would not call them migrants. They are not migrants. They are not refugees. They are really illegal immigrants. And I saw the videos, and some of those illegal immigrants dress better than I am. They dress with brand name clothes, brand name. Oh, even iPhone. I don't have an iPhone.
Right.
I don't have an iPhone. I don't understand how they cross the border with the iPhones.
They don't gotta worry about food. It's all paid for.
It's all paid for.
Ah.
You and me, buddy.
They came on a truck on the other side that drove them to the border. I saw a video too. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
So I do vote for Trump, not because I like him personally. Believe me, I don't like his big mouth. But he can do the job. He can get the action. He can deliver. He will deliver. I remember last time before he became the U.S. president, he did deliver his campaign promises.
The other side is insane.
This time his campaign promise is to close the border, and I believe he will. So I will vote for him, not because I like him personally, but because he can do the job. So one must separate personal from business so we can think clearly, rationally, and logically. You don't have to like him personally because you don't marry him. You don't, yeah? You don't live with him.
That was good.
You don't marry him, you don't live with him. You don't have to see his stupid face every single day. You don't have to listen to the big mouth every day. You just watch him on the TV news. Do you do the job? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Do I like Aaron Adams? I don't like him personally, but I thought he could do the job, but he didn't.
Complete failure.
Failure. Holco.
Failure.
Here's a failure. She got into the office of the governor by luck. Because Cuomo got some kind of scandal and resigned himself. I thought Holco is bad. I mean, I thought Cuomo was bad. But Holco's even worse. He's even worse. And I was so surprised that she won and Lee Selden lost. I did help volunteer for Lee Selden for a couple of days.
Yeah, we need to leave them.
I took my son with me to volunteer for Lee Selden. We put up the posters for him. And we asked people to sign the petition signatures. We even asked people to support him by making donations. Well, I was so surprised he lost. Well, but he wasn't very popular in the Asian communities, Chinese communities, because he got more votes from the Chinese than the other in the Chinese communities and Asian communities. So, so Lee Selden did come to some of the Chinese events when he was invited. Anyone else wants to speak?
Let me ask,
you want to
can,
speak?
yeah. Let me ask you,
come on.
I was asking a question.
To drink some water.
Can we ask you a
Hey guys, I'm Chinatown Jisha Bonesy. I don't usually do these things, but it's more appropriate, right? Time is ever. The point is that yeah, it's crunch time. The time is now. Talk about the struggle, right? I mean, you know, everything's going up, and like the whole like making some good talking points earlier about like yeah, these migrants are like living really fabulous lives and dressing better and having cooler shit than I do. And I'm like, I say where I live. But the point is that it's a struggle, you know, every day. Every day is a struggle. You know, you make money, you want to like, you know, do your thing, right? You know, sometimes we have little hobbies, sometimes have a little fun. I partake in Yu-Gi-Oh! Point is that like, yeah, you know, I might have to like move out because the freaking, you know, the rent cost of rent is too damn high. So it's like, fine. So what are some incentives to like make more money? I don't know, I guess better skills, right? Learning how to drive. It's like real stuff, you know, there's like pressures, like, you know, taking the subway every day, take a bus, you see a lot of struggle in the subway, just having naps in the subway and like having couches and like, point is that, yeah, the city sucks, man, like what's going on, bro? Look at Eric Adams, like, you know, I thought he was cool, but, you know, he screwed over a lot of people and all these like dumb policies and like, you know, being told like, hey, you can't play soccer because we're building a freaking migrant shelter in Randall's Island. And I was like, damn, what you mean no soccer because of the migrants? Like, what? Damn. So that kind of fucked me up in the head because I was like, damn, I just want to play some soccer, bro. I had dreams to be like, you know, kicking the ball around, like, you know, you play a little FIFA and stuff, you know, soccer, whatever, world sport. Point is, I can't play the world sport because, you know, the situation, the migrant shelter, it's annoying. It's very inconvenient. Like, I just want to, like, you know, I'm paying taxes and stuff. It's like, I want to smoke my weed. I want to see my lady friend. And then I got to pay the tax man a fraction of my money. And it's annoying as hell. And you see what your money's being used for. And it's like, yeah, this money's being, like, mismanaged. And I kind of hate it. Like, why am I paying taxes again? Like, I don't want the IRS. It's like, you know, they're like, you better give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. And then, you know, you see what the money is doing in the city, and it's like, it's really, you know, it's really messed up. You know, I hate it. I hate it. You know, it's very inconvenient. You know what I mean? Like, constantly, like, you know, I don't like seeing my tax dollars being mismanaged. It's really annoying. It's like, you know, I'm struggling every day. You know, I put food in my tummy. I gotta see friends, and they want to go to parties, and it's like, damn, you know, like, I want to have fun. I want to spend my money on art supplies. I want to, like, start a business. Fucking IRS keeps taking all my fucking money. It's annoying. Stop taking my money, government. If you're gonna do it a little bit better. Maybe like don't spend it on stupid stuff. You know, it's like damn, you know. I think like yeah. So it's like, you know, vote for Trump, of course. You know, Trump's the man. Point is that like, you know, and Free Palestine from Hamas, you know, because it's annoying as hell. It's all connected. Yeah, but the point is that, like, yeah, there's a lot of issues in the world, like, you know, like the Middle East, and like even the problems in our front door, you know, dudes smoking crack in my building. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? Get out of my building. Right? That's how you vote blue. You know, it's annoying. They want to raise the rent. For what? Some more crackheads can smoke in my building? What the you know, point is, like, yeah, it's annoying. It's like, what? So I'm paying you all this money and you guys don't even, like, freaking, you know, like, repair the building or, like, getting the freaking crackheads out of the building. You know what I mean? No one wants a crackhead in your building. It's annoying. It's very inconvenient for children because it's like, what's like little Susie, right? We got a crackhead in office. The point is that, like, kids go in the building and, Mommy, what's this? Oh, it's a needle. Don't touch it. Why? Because you might get hepatitis. Real shit. Like, you know, the people leave a lot. Yeah, the library is only out of budget. Point is that, like, there are crackers in my building, and I'm paying for this shit. What the fuck? You know, so I gotta tell them get out. Obviously, like, it highlights bigger issues like drug addiction, this fentanyl crisis, right? I mean, there's always room for new drugs, benzodiazepines, magic mushrooms, and marijuana, you know, the Mary Jane. Point is that, like, yeah, you know, we gotta open up more policies and, like, changing laws and enacting things that, like, try to make a difference because, you know, your daughter's gonna keep being mismanaged and being spent on stupid stuff versus, like, you voting for someone like Trump or, like, you know, oh, is that the Quinn, right? Yeah, voting for her. What's her name, Quinn Lee? Yeah, vote for her because she's cool. She knows all the policies, right? Helen Q, yeah. Vote for Helen Q. I thought Christopher Marty was a cool dude. You know, I shook hands with him and stuff, but I guess it's like, yeah, all this stupid stuff in the community. You know, he lied. He was so nice to me. I don't get it. What happened? Like, what did Christopher Marty do again? I guess he lied about a bunch of stupid stuff. Point is that, like, in conclusion, I don't like seeing my tax dollars being spent on stupid stuff. Maybe vote for the right people and they could, like, help change that and enact laws to make sure. Vote red! And yeah, thank you.
Ken, let me ask you a question. Wait, one more. Let me ask you a question. How you feel about Eric? Like, one more. How you feel about Eric Adams trying to divide the blacks and Asians with the black and Asians with the shelter situation? He made a speech a few weeks ago about that. How you feel about that?
You talking about
Eric Adams?
About the homeless shelter?
He was trying to divide the blacks and Asians. He tried to make like a black shelter instead of the Latino shelter.
I want to say, Ray Adams, he say Chinese community is racist, but it's not. Because actually, he is come to Chinese community to get the funding. He get the, like, a lot of people donation money for him for the beginning before he elected. And he lied to all. He lied. He can't say Chinese community is racist. And also for the election, when he ran for the city mayor, and most Chinese people support him, to be honest. And now he just want to make an excuse to the agent about 86th Street. He wanted to build a homeless shelter on there. He want to make an excuse to kicking the ball to us, say, oh, Chinese community is racist for the broad mayor. No, it's not. It's not. He lied. He just wanna, you know, let the people feel like Chinese America is selfish, but it's not. He lied.
So where's the elected officials? They didn't come out. You invited them out. Where they didn't come? None of them. Colton, Swang, Chu. None of them came out.
Okay. Today in South Brooklyn, it's a complicated community, Chinese community, because some of the people wanted to do. They want to be like a leader, but like you see, a lot of people. You can see it's not the Democrat or Republican. It's only one party in Brooklyn. You can't like if you don't follow them, then they don't want to support you anything. And actually they want to make a thing look great about them. It's not for really for against homeless shelter. I don't really think so. You know, they already know today we have a protest on City Halls. They already know. And then they make the other rally for 86 and
11 a.m. 11 a.m.
Yeah.
11.
That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Ellen.
Yeah. 感谢今天大家来到场为那个反对游民所那个在 86th Street， 感谢大家来这里抗议。我们真心的不想那个游民所建在86街。Karen, for the night, I got 15 minutes for you.
What time is it now? What time is it now?
2:40.
2:30. Yeah, 2:39. So yeah. 12:39 minutes. I was saying 12 o'clock. Make that clear.
大家好，我是邱海伦牧师，我是中山大学毕业的，然后在哥伦比亚大学，和哈佛大学都读过研究生。那么我在2022年对阵韩伊、李荣恩，竞选曼哈顿唐人街地区的州议员。然后在去年2023年对阵西班牙裔的马泰，竞选唐人街地区的市议员。在我的竞选期间呢，游民所一直是我竞选的主要议题。我认为我们的纽约市已经超负荷地付出了努力，远远地超过了我们纽约市本身的责任、需求和承受能力。我们再也不能源源不断地继续建游民所了。在我竞选期间，我亲眼目睹了我的对手马泰和李荣恩的无能和无所作为。他们一直把这个话题当作烫手的山芋，避而不谈。2年来，西班牙裔的马泰在市议会中没有做过任何有效的事情。他反对Vicky Paladino 这个议员和其他8个议员通过的不再继续建游民所的法案。虽然他开了听证会，但那是作秀，假装听你的声音。实际上，他的心里在嘲笑你，在讥讽你，因为他根本不在乎你说什么，根本不在乎你的感受。唐人街议员马泰表面上对你笑眯眯的，但隐藏在他的笑脸下面，却是一个又一个卑鄙的手段。因为他好像命中注定一样，专门就是要来抢夺你的住宅、你的商店和你们社区里的酒店，取而代之是数不清的非法移民和纽约州以外的游民。我是纽约人，我爱纽约。纽约人是慷慨善良的人，我们热情地帮助有需要的人。但唐人街议员马泰和他的所有的爪牙们，却利用我们善良的心，利用我和你的手，来毁灭我们自己和我们的城市。当我们说我们不要游民所，不要非法移民，不要外州游民的时候，唐人街市议员马泰像一只失控的狂犬病的狗一样冲着我们狂飙。他说我们是种族主义者，我们是冷酷无情的人，说我们是仇外的人，多么的错误。如果西伊马泰和他的这样的市议员得逞，我们美丽的纽约将成为一个巨大的游民所。曼哈顿、皇后区、布鲁克林5大区都将游民遍地，非法移民当道。好，很不幸的是，不但在曼哈顿，在纽约的许多地区，你们都会发现像唐人街议员马泰一样的无用之人。他们虚伪地忙碌着发放廉价月饼和其他廉价的救济品，但他们却对毁掉我们投资了一辈子积蓄的小企业和住宅无所作为，置之不理。我希望我们大家团结一心，能够 要求这些在位的官员为我们发声。如果他们不愿意写反对游民所的法案，我们就要把他们坚决的选下去。大家说好不好啊？好。谢谢大家。
So hey everybody, wanted to just thank Ken for setting this up. So Ken's a friend of mine. Besides being someone from the press, when I'm at the podium, I'm actually here as a community activist. Ken's a friend of Regal Park Queens. He's come to a lot of our protests, our rallies. Unfortunately, the only hotel in our neighborhood is a Wyndham, and that was unfortunately pushed through anyway. So I wanted to come out here and support Ken and his community since he's come to Regal Park. I want to thank Chris for coming out. He's at every one of our marches and rallies, and follow him on YouTube. He's got a lot of good coverage.
Thank you.
A lot of familiar faces here, a lot of unfamiliar faces, but the point being is the city's a mess. The homeless shelter, whether it's our own or worse, the illegals that we're funding and bringing in here, it's got to stop. I was just at the Burger King with my family last night, right next to the Wyndham Hotel that became a shelter. And the whole ambience of the neighborhood is went downhill. There's people in the streets, they're drunk, they're drugged up, they're begging for money, they're sitting in Burger King, they smell. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean about anybody, but there's a better way to do it. We've got to vote people like our tyrant governor out, Dictator Adams behind us, useless, socialist, communist, Marxist city council people. They got to go. Senators, assembly people. The city's a mess. It's a third world city, like I say all the time. So we got to stand together. It's not going to end unless all of us, not just people in Brooklyn or in Queens or certain areas, everybody's got to get together. Everybody's got to vote. Get these crazy people out. Give new people a chance. The way things are going, it doesn't look good. Our future doesn't look good here as a city, as a state. So, you know, with that being said, support your neighborhood people like, you know, Ken Lee. Support him in Brooklyn, support his people. When there's other rallies, come to Queens, Manhattan, there's a lot of problems throughout the boroughs. Support everybody, watch the channels like Chris and ourselves. We try to cover this stuff because a rally like this, there should be a lot of media here. And there's really nobody here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they got screwed by Colton. They got screwed by Colton
They don't want to cover this. They don't
long.
want to cover the city. Yes, they don't want to cover a lot of the bad, nasty, dark stuff that's happening in our city. And it's not an accident. So follow the people like us, like Chris, who cover these.
Yeah, thank you.
Every rally we did, speaking for myself, that we organized in Regal Park, the man came to and covered everything from start to finish. He's here. We're here. I don't see any of the mainstream media, the journalists. They're just not here. They don't want to talk about this. They want to protect Dictator Adams. They want to protect our tyrant governor who let this happen, Sleepy Joe, Crazy Kamala. We can go on and on, right? So I just want to end by saying everybody came out here. You guys are all patriots. Stick together. Support your neighborhood, support other neighborhoods, because if we don't fight together, this whole city is going to be a shelter soon. Everywhere you go, every neighborhood, nobody's safe anymore. And unfortunately, the shelters are only going to bring misery, crime, filth, and nothing positive for ourselves or our families and our business owners. So I want to thank Ken Lee again for being a friend of mine in Regal Park, organizing this. And thanks everyone for coming out. If anybody will want to speak to us on the record after, we'll be here for a little while. Thank you guys. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. 谢谢大家。牛马结束，谢谢大家。如果需要喝水的
，Thank you，
花生牛奶的，还有那个。
Yeah, I don't eat that stuff. I don't eat that stuff. Yeah, I don't eat that stuff. No, I'm good. So that's it, or?
I think that's it because of 3 o'clock. I can't.
Yeah, the permit.
Do over time. We're gonna get tickets.
Yeah, the permit. Yeah. So, what time is it now? Anybody had a time? Anybody had 3 o'clock? 3
minutes.
Take us up. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. Thank you. No problem. All right, so it's over, guys. I gotta go on the train. 2:48 now. About to take some last still shots. Yeah, like I said, shout out to Queens Boys. Queens Boys do a lot of great work. Based in Queens, they do a lot of great work. And so, about to get out of here. I gotta go do some business, but like I said, show my support for people that support you. You know what I mean? So, show my support for them. Came out here today. It's 2:48 now. I believe it's over. So, like I said, guys, yeah, he was right. There was no mainstream media out here. There was all in what's the spot again? They was all in 2501 East 6th Street because, like I said, Ken had his rally. Ken got done dirty. Ken and Ying Tin got done dirty. So when they said rally since July, they promoted it. It got viral on the internet. It got viral within the Facebook groups and the WeChat. And everybody know what happened was Colton and Zwang found out, and certain communities like John Chen found out. So what they did was, like the last minute, with the help of the Brooklyn Eagle, like I said earlier in the video, guys, the Brooklyn Eagle is a publication that is ran by the Brooklyn Democratic Party, the Brooklyn Democratic Machine, Rodney Mr. Hermelin. They decided to do a dirty shenanigan and promote the press conference while Will promoted his press conference on their page, and and everybody was out there for the press conference. I was there this morning, and I was out there this morning. I said I'm not supporting it. I'm not. I know they were trying to do. Ying Tan and Ken Lee tagged me into their video, to their stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna come out and support them since the start. So I was out there since midday. I was there this morning, like I said in the earlier video, guys. Ying Tan and Ken Lee has a little beef. I'm not trying to say like, but Susan has out against Ying Tan and Ying Tan and what's his stinking name? His name. I mean, not stinking, but I mean his name. His name is Ken Lee. Ying Tan, Ken Lee. They have Susan and Will has out against them. So, like I said, they was trying to make sure that they don't have the audience and much out there. So what they did was, when the audience, so what they did on purpose was they put their press conference out there. And while at the same time they do a lot of dirt shit by intimidation and threats and intimidating people and threatening people, threatening media, like, oh, if you do this, we're gonna do that to you. Intimidating Ken and Ying Tan from attending the rallies, even being around the area, let's be exact. So I gotta get on this Flatbush. I gotta go to Flatbush. So it's all good. Head to Flatbush. Gotta get on this train. So time now is 2:51. So yeah, so 2:51. Time now is a lot of fucking security guards on this train, by the way. So 2:51. So everybody know, like, it started at 12 o'clock, ending at 2:51, ending at 2:40 something. So I'm about to go. Great time, guys. I gotta go to Flatbush, do some business, and later. Peace out. God bless you guys. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go. So take care. Later. And I gotta go to business, but then I'm going home. But it's all right. But that was a great rally, by the way. So let me gotta log off and take care. Peace out.